This isn't a drill or a game. Most countries get taken over by their militaries and police, being controlled by a corrupt group, generally offshore corporations. Offshore corporations come in, they buy off governments, they get control, they loot the nations. And that is happening again right now. So let me give everybody listening on the internet, and specifically Les, Bob, a lot of them are probably listening on AM and FM so they can't, Mason, Melody. We're going to give you that number that's up on screen. It's 888-201-2244. 888-201-2244. Because the majority of people aren't PrisonPlanet.tv members. They can't see that number on screen. So 888-201-2244. 888-201-2244. And I'll take 3 or 4 of those calls that we're patiently holding. And I've got a meeting I've got to be to at, let me see, I think it's 3:30. That's about 20 minutes away. Let me look. Got a little card here for the meeting. We're also interviewing a bunch of folks here. Oh, my goodness. What time is that? The meeting is at 4 o'clock. Oh, looks like retransmission will be going a little bit longer than I thought today. Oh, my goodness. But we'll get Robert Wanek here on the line because I want to give him a good send-off and say bye to him. Okay, well, let's go ahead and bring him. Well, you just told me you had him. Okay. Robert Wanek, it is good to have you back on with us. What'd you think of that interview we just did? Pretty wild.
I thought it was pretty good. Went pretty good.
Before I take a few final calls here with you, anything else you wanted to add? Any other points you didn't have a chance to make?
Well, just like on the part where he's saying they're going to make their final stupid move, and then people are going to retaliate. That might be a little too late for the last caller. That's why we need to educate the fellow man now with Terror Storm and all these other DVDs. That way, when Barack Obama comes for our guns, he's not taking them. And we can't wait for them to make that final move. Everybody needs to be awake, and we need to get them awake now.
Well, everybody knows it's an illegitimate foreign banker government. They now admit it's world government. We run the banks. We're going to create a new global currency where each of your currencies is controlled by us. You'll pay carbon taxes to us. And, I mean, I just can't believe this is really happening. And so many government people, and that caller was saying that, most of the cops and military are going to stand with us. Let's see what happens under peer pressure. Let's see what happens when the crisis is so bad that's been engineered. I mean, I've heard the troops wouldn't confiscate guns. They did in New Orleans. The State Guard, now federalized, National Guard in Illinois is doing it with that Blagojevich criminal running them. You've got all these FBI training manuals saying the New World Order doesn't exist and we're crazy and need to be arrested. Now I know most of them don't like what's happening, but they still follow the orders. And
they're pretty compliant. They're superiors. They just been conditioned for it.
Absolutely. Let's take a call for you. Mason in Minnesota. You're on the air, Mason.
Oh, hey, Alex.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm one of Robert's best friends in town here, and I think...
Try this. Try turning your radio off and listening to me.
All right, got it.
Because if you try to talk to me and listen to the delay on the internet, you're not going to do a very good job.
Yeah.
How old are you? What's your name?
I am 17. My name is Mason Gass. I live in the same town as Robert. So.
Well, good. Do you have any points you'd like to make?
Excuse me?
Is there anything you'd like to say?
Yeah. I think what Robert's...
I think he's calling on Skype, which is a bad line.
I think he's probably on his cell phone.
Yeah, let's talk to Ron in Wisconsin. Ron in Wisconsin, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hi, Alex. I'd like to help out with donating $25 to support your giving away those videos.
Well, thank you. Quite frankly, we're a little freaked out. We tried to save money and, tried to be good stewards so we could operate even in lean times, but the economy is shutting down so fast. And we've expanded that if people think this is important work they're hearing and seeing, we need financial contributions. And what I like is the financial contribution of people buying books and videos, because then you're getting something for it. It's a tool to wake people up. But if folks want to give us just straight up donations, there's an address at Infowars.com. People can write to us at 3001 South Lamar, Suite 100, Austin, Texas, 78704. They can call toll free buy some of the books and videos, and then we'll be able to operate and continue our operations here.
Yeah, I support you. I subscribe to your radio show on the internet, and I also gave you $100 on the InfoWar bomb.
That was awesome. That's how we did this, and that's how we moved into better offices so we could hire more people. And now we've just got to try to make the money so we can keep people employed here. But we're very effective, bang for the buck, what we're doing against the New World Order. And the PrisonPlanet.tv subscribers, all of you make it possible.
Yeah, I think your TV show on the internet is just awesome.
Well, thank you. We're also developing it for regular TV, so but that'll take funds as well. So thank you, sir. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'd like you to put me into one of your guys offline so I can give him a credit card number.
Okay, let me do this. Will you go to Tim and get his extension? Because we just moved and all our extensions just changed. So I can on air. I can't hear you. You're okay. It's kind of crazy. I have people talking to me through the glass and they're not talking to me. And give me an extension for folks that want to call and make a donation to the operation. Sir, I appreciate your call. I'll give that phone number and extension out. I mean, I know our number here at the office, but we've moved 3 weeks ago fully, and I still don't know if all the extensions are programmed or all of that is ready because it's been in some disarray. So when you're such a small operation and you're moving and doing all your regular work while you're at it and trying to hire more people, it creates quite a cauldron of confusion. But we will do that. Let's go ahead and talk to Bob in California. You're on the air with our guest. Go ahead, Bob.
Hi, Bob. How you guys doing? I'm from California. I'm a retired Air Force vet. I also work at a base in California. And I'm going to try to start a group. I live in the high desert, California. And I'm going to try to start my own Patriot group and doing some research on how to start it. Anyways, I go to church, and I know back in around 2000 they started, they passed, the Supreme Court passed, where you can have a religious group after school, and they have what is called Good News Clubs, and our church supports a couple schools where they go to the schools and they talk to the kids about the Bible and about Jesus and all that. So I don't know why he cannot start a group after school. What you mentioned to him, people that are like-minded like him that are against 9/11, what happened, and against the government for covering up all this stuff. I know that he could start a group.
Yeah, and as you see, there are more like-minded people. We just had a student call in, one of my better friends from my town. I don't know if he had bad reception, but we had a student come in. He's a junior at the school. He's involved, and when we get this new film about activism, we're going to be hanging flyers up on the new class system that the students vigorously oppose, and he'll be in that. There will be more students that you'll see in that, and you'll just be introduced to a whole flurry of educated youth, and you'll really be surprised at how educated people are at my school and how excited they are for change, and they really want to affect it. And we're not just going to sit back. It's good calling into shows, and it's awesome what you're doing starting a Patriot group. That's exactly what you're doing. You need to take the next step and start that group and get out there. So I really respect
absolutely good to hear from you.
As long as you don't have a teacher involved, it has to be student involved only.
Yeah. Oh no, these teachers don't want to get involved. They don't want to. Step in front of anybody that's searching for truth.
In order for you to have a group, it has to be led by the students. Period. No.
Yeah, because if you try to have school appropriation or school involved, they will then try to say they have control over it. Appreciate the call. Great points. Let's talk to Michael in Mass. You're on the air with our guest.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Robert, let me just first and foremost say you're an inspiration, man. I'm 24 years old, and I think back when I was in high school, I just wish I knew about some of the stuff that you seem to...
Yeah, our young people need real purpose in fighting the globalists who are destroying our country, destroying our Bill of Rights. I mean, this is the calling. Be part of history now. And young people, take a camera to school, be polite, hand out 9/11 Truth DVDs, hand out bumper stickers, hand out materials. And when they try to stop you doing that, put that on YouTube, put that on Live Link, put that on Blip TV. Put that out on MySpace. All of us, imagine millions of young people taking action. Nothing will stop it. That's why Obama wants the youth corps. They want to control the youth with their communist, socialist, fascist,